Hello and здравствуйте, my dear Russian learners. I'm very happy to see you here again on my channel Russian teacher Veronika, where you can learn Russian language and where I teach you Russian language. And I hope you are ready to learn Russian because today it's time to talk a little bit about Russian grammar again, and I will teach you a new Russian verb. And let me present you this verb. This is встретить. Встретить. It means to meet. But this verb is very, very interesting if you talk about it. If you talk about its conjugation, and if you want to understand something about reflexive verbs, because this встретить has also a reflexive pair встретиться. And the conjugation and the cases that we use after not reflexive and reflexive verbs in Russian language are totally different. So this is the topic of today's Russian lesson. But before we start, I would like to thank my constant supporters. Their names are right here. Many thanks for your support. These amazing people support my channel and donate to the development of my channel each month some money, and this is the only reason why this channel with Russian lessons exists. If you also want to support me or my channel or to thank me, you can also donate to my channel. You will find the link in the first comment below this video and in the description box too. And of course, it would be very helpful if you can hit the like button if you like this lesson, subscribe to my channel, write me a comment. This is super important because the more comments, the more likes I have, the more YouTube will promote this video to bigger audience. So many thanks for all that you do. And now let's learn Russian and let's talk about this Russian verb, встретить. As I said, it means to meet. It doesn't have any additional meanings, only one meaning, to meet. And this is the verb of the second conjugation group. You know that in Russian language we have two groups of verb conjugations, and this is the second one. But it is a little bit unusual because we have the alternation in the root. I will show you what it is. Some basic words about this piece of Russian grammar. So, встретить, it is infinitive and it is perfective verb aspect. And it has, of course, its imperfective pair, and this is встречать. Встречать, imperfective, встретить, perfective. Now let's talk a little bit about correct Russian pronunciation. So, if you have v, this sound and this letter v, and it stands in front of s, here Russian devoicing works. S is not voiced consonant, right? And according to Russian phonetics, v should be transformed into f. So if you want to pronounce this Russian verb correctly, you do not say встретить, you say встретить. So the first sound of this Russian verb is f, not v. Встретить. Okay, good. Now, we finished with basics and now we can move on to Russian conjugation. And as I already said, this verb is perfective. It means it has only two tenses in Russian language: past, no, present, and future. So now I will teach you how to conjugate this verb in future tense. It might look like present tense, but don't let this verb to cheat you. This is future tense, yeah? Я встречу, я встречу, ты встретишь, ты встретишь, он, она, оно встретит, он, она, оно встретит, мы встретим, мы встретим, вы встретите, вы встретите, они встретят, они встретят. Now let's move on to examples. I know you love them. Okay, so the first example is я обязательно встречу родителей в аэропорту. Я обязательно встречу родителей в аэропорту. Во сколько ты встретишь меня? Во сколько ты встретишь меня? Он встретит тебя около театра. Он встретит тебя около театра. Она встретит свою любовь в университете. Она встретит свою любовь в университете. So here again I would like to a little bit emphasize that you need to remember that this v we pronounce as f in the beginning of this Russian verb. Okay, now let's move on to plural in Russian language, and the first example is with the Russian pronoun мы. Мы встретим студентов и поедем в музей. Мы встретим студентов и поедем в музей. Вы встретите комиссию и покажете им помещение. Вы встретите комиссию и покажете им помещение. Они встретят друг друга только через 20 лет. Они встретят друг друга только через 20 лет. So now it's time to talk again about Russian cases and Russian grammar. So if you have this встретить perfective or встречать imperfective in the Russian language, after both of them you must use accusative case because you have direct objects. So you can say я встречу брата в метро. Я встречу брата в метро. So брата, here it is in accusative case, yeah? We add a ending and it looks like genitive, but it is not genitive, it is accusative because first it is direct object and secondly it is animate. Yeah, animate word in Russian language. Okay, now you know. Now it's time to talk a little bit about how to form past tense. It's super easy. You take the infinitive встретить, you cut the infinitive ending t in soft sign, and you add a specific number of different suffixes and endings. So masculine встретил, встретил, feminine встретила, встретила, neuter the same встретила, встретила, Russian reduction works here, and plural встретили, встретили. Okay, here I would like to make only one example for better understanding, and it would be представляешь, вчера я встретила Брэда Питта. Представляешь, вчера я встретила Брэда Питта. I specifically, deliberately used exactly this name, Brad Pitt, of this famous Hollywood actor, because in English you say Brad Pitt, but in Russian we change his name, and according to the accusative case it will be Брэда Питта. It doesn't mean that he just became a woman or something like that. It just means it is accusative case, okay? Or another example. Представляешь, сегодня утром я встретила Джона Траволту. Представляешь, сегодня утром я встретила Джона Траволту. So here it is even more interesting because John, this name in Russian language, changes like a masculine word, and Travolta changes like a feminine word because of the endings. John has N consonant in the end, and that's why it is masculine, and Travolta, it has A. So according to Russian grammar rules, it is feminine word. That's why we say Джо на траволту. Okay, now you know. And also I wanted to talk a little bit about reflexive verbs in Russian. So we have встретить plus accusative, and also we have встретиться с plus instrumental. Okay, so when you say in Russian «Я встречу тебя завтра», it means I am the active doer in this sentence. I will meet you, right? But then if you say «Я встречусь с другом завтра», it means that you both of you, how would you say that in English? Both of you are active in this sentence in Russian language. So if you want to show it in a line maybe, so when you say «Я встречу тебя завтра», it means this way. But then if you say «Я встречусь с другом», it is this way. That's it. And yeah, also I wanted to give you the conjugation of встретиться. So it is a reflexive verb and it changes almost the same, but the difference is that you have this tricky Russian postfix ся, and if this ся stands after the vowel, you add с. But then if it stands after a consonant or if it stands after the soft sign, it will stay this ся. I will show you how it works, don't worry. Я встречусь, ты встретишься, он встретится, мы встретимся, вы встретитесь, они встретятся. That's it, super easy. So, my dear Russian learners, I do hope that this Russian lesson was interesting and helpful for you in your learning Russian, in your Russian studies. If so, you know what you should do. Hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, leave me a comment, write me a comment, whatever you want. And of course, you can support my channel by sending a donation. It is a very big and a great help. And a big part of inspiration for me for upcoming videos. And many thanks. See you very soon. Увидимся скоро. Пока-пока. Bye-bye.